Hello and welcome everyone. Today microphone is a bit too low again. Sounds. Recording, microphone, properties, levels. Fucking hell, Windows, what are you doing to me? Why? 85. Okay. Now it's better. Hello and welcome again. Today we're going to do Genshin. I'm going to do prerequisites for this event because it's kind of... I'm running out of time. So I need to finish it. I've been doing it on my own off stream a little bit, so now I'm just going to continue. I listened to my previous streams in my headphones and I realized that there is a clicking sound when I start talking. And that's actually an OBS issue. They fixed it, but they have not released the fix yet. So I guess in the next major release of OBS it's going to be fixed. But for now I had to disable my expander.
Fireworks are for now, but
Which
friends
means
are forever.
that you are going to hear a lot more sounds coming from me. From my room, from outside my room, and so on. Because what expander does, it kind of makes quieter sounds even quieter, to drown out all of the noise. And now it's just no longer there. So you probably will be hearing me clicking sometimes, pressing buttons. But I hope it's not a big issue. What is this marker? Ah, some kind of chest. Yes. Can I just loot it? Just like that? Huh, I don't remember doing any puzzles here. So it's here, give me a moment, I'll mark it on my map. Genshin, interactive map. And sorry, but you are not going to see it. Aha, poor you. I think it is here. I don't see a chest here. See a time trial? That's above me. I don't see this chest on the map. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Firework materials in here?
Teleport there. Right, I forgot. My eyes are doing significantly better, but still, full day in front of a PC. Let's go. Cool.
Have you
Nice
ever
as
kept
always.
goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Oh wow. There is some kind of festival or something, and all of them are waiting for Kokomi.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Kokomi walks...
Welcome,
Okay,
everyone.
doesn't matter.
Today is the day that we celebrate our victory.
What is going on? I've just noticed that you don't see the entire screen.
Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree.
Oh yes. Ah. I think I know the reason why. I'll fix it after this cutscene. Let me move it like this so you can see the subtitles.
None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for Peace Talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all.
Watatsumi. Okay. I thought it's Watatsumi.
Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory.
After a while.
Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Okay. Yeah. So I need to fix the resolution. There we go. Yep. Better. Okay. Hirai.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace.
She says
And
Watatsumi,
it's all
okay.
thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya.
What's new? Anything to report? But he's a lowlife. Uneducated lowlife, yeah. Watatsumi it is. What's new? Anything to report?
Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. At least things are finally improving now. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Oh, no. We couldn't possibly.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight.
Hey,
Her
hello.
Excellency
Game title?
always
What
teaches
about
us
it?
to repay kindness with gratitude.
Stream info? Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
Okay, let's go talk to some others. That was Hirai. Kabasawa.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue.
Yeah, I've been putting it off for a while. I wanted to do at least one story quest a day. Yeah, 2 days and like 6 hours. Essentially 2 days. I wanted to do one story quest today and then just do the event on the weekend. But I guess I'll just have to rush it now. Did it on my ult yesterday. Okay, good. How long does it take if I want to watch all of the cutscenes? The event itself, not the story quests. And by the way, yeah, I moved the chat on the right side. What's new? Anything to report?
Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too detailed. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there?
Activities are about 30-40 minutes to get everything. Okay. Now I'm kind of on... Okay. And the requests are about 1.5-2 hours of talking. So it's like 3 hours altogether. Huh. Yeah, that's fine. 2-3 hours. Okay. It's funny you should say that. The soldiers seem excitable though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there? Uh-huh. The one swinging his spear.
He's been acting strange these days, always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times.
I skipped talking on my alt and was done in about 70 minutes. But I'm not going to skip. I want to listen to it because the story here, like, that's why I play. So yeah, I will be listening.
It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is.
These events quests are good. I've seen some pictures and I do really want to see it. Yeah, would be a shame to miss it. Kozen.
Ugh. This guy smells of booze.
Is it on this? Let me see. Studio. Scenes. Overlay. I see. Fuck. Okay, we'll do it after the stream. Studio. There are so many characters appearing. I kind of guessed it by the amount of story quests they ask you to do. They ask you to do everything.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came
That's
back.
right.
I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance?
Warriors will. I actually don't remember. It's good that my character remembers.
You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh. This guy. Would it kill him to just have a normal conversation? What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
Sure, we are hardly going to lose.
We'll see about that.
And I was locked from doing events quests simply because of this area character is occupied by another quest. Yes. Yes. Ended up doing Hutao's and Ganyu's story quests. Fuck, I might have to do Hutao as well. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Oh. At least it's not a dull sword.
Scatter!
You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you.
Your quest is good. I do not doubt that. It's just that it's going to take time.
You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us?
First you need to tell me what's going on.
We made it up. The story about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui, it didn't happen.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up? What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryo Commission.
That's why he's here.
Yes, That's exactly what we're hoping
Yes.
to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree?
We kinda handled it.
We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warriors' will. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission or the Raiden Shogun, but we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon.
What it boils down to is you just want to fight.
Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't? Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryo Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell...
Too late? What? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need to give Kokomi the full story right away.
Oh yes. Where am I?
So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's too late to try and stop them, no matter what we do.
I see.
Are you feeling alright?
I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation. So is there really nothing we can do about it?
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. Now it falls to me to devise a counterplan. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. 10 to 12. Okay, let me fix something on my screen. It's triggering me. Overlay. Sources. Ah, it's locked, that's why. I see. Now, chat. Transform, edit, position. Oh, it's going to take a while. Can I do it faster? Yes. Yeah. Give me a moment. Probably do it like this. Copy, move here. Now transform and paste. Yes. Close. Okay. Great. Great. Now you can see my cooldowns. Okay. Going back. And here. Zero. Okay. So I need to wait till 10. Time. A whole day. I see. That's unfortunate. I do not like that I look away from the screen when I'm looking at the chat. So yeah, it looks like I'm looking to some random site.
Well, the peace talks are upon us. How do you feel? Prepared?
Tired
Here,
again?
take this. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes.
No way I'm going to read it.
I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed, no matter how.
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostages. Wow, there are so many! But you've thought of a solution to each one! Hyman suddenly feels a lot less nervous.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward both for Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have, as the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. But would you be willing to lend me a hand?
There are drops. What? What? Give me a moment. Your rewards drops. More, a bit of primer gems. Watch for 2 hours. Okay, we can do that today. Let me update a little bit. Drops. And text drops. Enabled. Done. Done, done, done. Of course.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, time to head off.
New mail. That was fast. So, what's here? Whee! That is a really strange place to do peace talks. Okay, that's Sarah. At least I think it was her. Yes, and Kokomi. Okay.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yep.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
I'm here to witness the peace talks.
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
These dramatic camera angles.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away from us. Comrades, never trust the Kujo. Let's get them! Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it? Kokomi, which scenario number is this in the directives?
That was it? The entire revolution?
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now!
Well, indeed, it's been okay. Let's say it like this.
Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I saw your streams. Yeah, he is the patient zero here. I saw your Sims stream. A little bit of it. I saw that Arthas is kleptomaniac. Like, you know, you make hard decisions, work for your people, but then you steal one sword and you're a kleptomaniac forever. I kind of got offended by it a little bit.
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going.
And I saw there are a lot of clips, so I guess you're having fun now. Yes.
At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us?
I'm trying was hard to pull myself back. It was really hard. No, I wasn't streaming actively. I was trying to stream a couple of times, but it was really bad. I rewatched a few videos and it was actually not that bad, but when I was streaming inside my head, it was like really, really bad. And yeah, I've been streaming okay this week. But before that, it was almost impossible.
You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation.
I got really sick in the beginning, like I ruined my schedule, my habits, everything. And it just messed me up for a month.
So, what did they want out of it?
I mean, it's not streaming, it's just like, basically I didn't want to speak at all to anyone. Even at work, I was mostly silent on all of the meetings.
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil.
I was like... I was in a really bad state, but, well, I was desperate and I decided to try breathing exercises and meditation. And for some reason it fucking works. I was always laughing at people who was meditating, but for some reason I became one of them.
One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
But of course, Madame Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now, but we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has... As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on.
Okay.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryou Commission's internal issues.
Interesting. I had to resort to breathing control as well in December and recently. Surprisingly, it worked. It did work. Yes, I do not... Well, I know why breathing exercises work. They kind of trick your brain into a different state. But why meditation works, I have no idea. And yes, surprisingly, it does work. So I'm not the only one this December. I don't know, from the side it looked like you just jump back into it and it's going well. I saw you have some viewers. So from my perspective, of an outsider, it looks well.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Okay, let's get back. Here.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions.
5D chess.
You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under...
Very well. Then I hereby declare
Okay. What's it going to be?
that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
There.
Thank you.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout for some rest?
Okay. So we've just created a secret service with war-crazed fanatics. Sounds like fun. The only meditation I've done in my life is listening to Deus Ex OST on YouTube, embracing the questions inside my head. Not the audience, yes, there are some people coming regularly already. And had I kept streaming without breaks...
tastes the same as I remember.
I know. Streaming without breaks, it would probably be better now. Yeah, consistency really decides here. Those followers are half bots. You know, it's those people that go into a channel, they kind of start a conversation, but it doesn't matter what you say, it's like the same 3 lines. Hello, how you doing, how you been? And then they ask you if you need some kind of art for a stream. I politely say to them to fuck off, and then we follow each other. They follow me on stream, I follow them on Twitter.
But where are...
And I had 10 followers, but I guess I offended one of
With
them.
your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi
Yeah, the dynamic
Island
is
once
positive,
more.
yes. I think I'm going to be cheating soon a little bit. I'm going to abuse all of the devices I have in my apartment.
Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be raring to go before too long. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time.
You did an admirable job.
Do you think so? be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, but I realized now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of... I have a long way to go. But that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it one small step at a time. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you stay here?
Act 1 complete. Does this mean that there is an Act 2? Where is it? Oh, yeah, it disappears from the list. Okay, now I need to do Ito. Claim. How many variations of your nickname can you conjure? One. 3 is easily done. I guess I can be a bit creative and I can create like 9. Well, yeah, I would say 9. I'm currently creating homework for students, so we'll be listening silently for a while. Sure, no big deal, yeah, that's fine for me. Does this event need Ito? I think so, let's check it. Let's actually check what it requires right now. So here, prerequisite, complete Yelan. I need to complete Yelan. And Yelan requires Perilous Trail, Act 2. Fuck. That's somewhere here, yes. And this one requires, and this is Ito. Taurus, Iracundus, whatever. Yeah, there it is. It's a complicated chain. Where is it? There it is. Inazuma's Catherine would like you to help conduct an emergency investigation. Ito. I've been postponing it for a while, now it finally caught up to me. Now I have to do everything. That's nice camera work. I like the...
Catherine, it's us! Was there something we could help with?
the blur effect.
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous. After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
Naturally.
Just another day on the job for us!
Why can't the Tenryou Commission resolve it on their own?
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
Only young.
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
Sounds like a real ruffian.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in. No problemo. This does sound like a job for the Traveler. She'll be back with that Oni in no time.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
He has a gang, but I have Paimon. And Paimonial Ra.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you. The last place Paimon wants to be is in a gang fight.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts. But please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Ito's circumstances than I am, who can provide you with useful information.
Okay.
Thank you. I will await your return. Ad Astra Avisask.
I will never stop hearing that extra applesauce.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
One YouTube short just ruined this phrase for me forever.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well...
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a ruckus. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged.
Mismatch.
I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control.
Does he have a stable job of any kind? No. What's he usually up to?
You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away.
That's the life.
When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so who's next?
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
Okay. Someone's actually vouching for him.
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant he literally doesn't have what it takes.
Ouch. You mean he's not smart enough?
Maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets. Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all the time, sometimes catastrophically.
Okay.
On purpose, though, right?
No,
Sure.
not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on.
Okay, that was an interesting change of character.
Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Ito a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
That's not at all what I expected to hear. Yeah.
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryo Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable. So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
And the last one? Some guard.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
That's us.
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him.
How do you know it wasn't a different Oni?
At first, he was just one of our suspects, but when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start.
Did he have a motive?
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree.
Okay. So he was exacting revenge on the Tenryo Commission.
At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
But what did he do?
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
The motives seem valid enough.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
I don't remember if they told us what he did.
Thanks for all the info.
Okay.
Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Jaime remembers that...
Fuck. Interrupted it. So... we are not calling Yanfei. I remember, yeah, there are daily quest commissions about some detective. Yeah, I guess we are going there. I missed a bit, what do you not remember? What Ito did. So right now I'm at the stage of this quest where we are hunting for him because he did something to Tenryo Commission. And there is evidence that tells us that he did it. But nobody actually, at least I don't remember anyone telling me. No one told us what he did. What Ito did to Tenryo Commission. Just that he broke the law in some way. Yeah, detective.
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Ito.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some
Okay, so they
investigating for
will.
the Tenryo Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee? I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
Sorry, this situation is really funny to me. Like, you're looking from a perspective of someone who's trying not to extort, but to, like, finesse you of your money. And then you see this dumb smile looking back at you.
How much more are we talking about here?
A one-off payment of 397,000 Mora, upfront. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive! How did you even come up with the price that high?
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryo Commission. All you'll need to pay is the small commission fee. And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal.
Should have started with that. Yeah, it isn't much. Yes, I agree with you. Yep. Yep.
Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy tale.
For a one-off story quest, it's fine. Yeah.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You'll come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little Blue Oni?
That was nice, a nice little story. I might have gone a bit too much into hoarding more on my main. There are about 15 millions there. I think I have about the same amount here because I don't spend it at all on anything.
I suppose the Blue Oni
We
simply
can check after
disappeared,
this.
never to be seen again. Only the Crimson Oni remain now.
But the Blue Oni was just an innocent little kid!
Does this story have anything to do with the situation at hand?
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Ito is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, Can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
But how could he do that? After the Blue Oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal.
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The Tenryo Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose to flee in that direction.
I understand. Thanks for all the information.
Don't mention it. I'm just doing my duty.
Wait, Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given in to his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to handle him, that I do not know.
Okay, but what's up with people throwing beans at Oni? What use is that?
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that Arataki Ito is allergic to beans.
Okay.
In fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Ito. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
Okay. The bean strat. Seems a bit unfair to me.
It's fine. He's the bad guy, remember?
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use them to make some porridge, but I think you will find a better use for them. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Yeah, $100 each.
Sneaky. But also, thanks. Let's head to Yashiori Island and start looking for Ito.
Okay, let's check the Mora. Where is it? Inventory properly. Where is the Mora? Where's the Mora? Come on. I know you can see it somehow. Just don't play this game very often. Where's my Mora? Oh, right. So that's 13.5 million. We can teleport from here. Okay, I have something to show you. Give me a second. Fuck, too late. Anyway, so what I can do is I can do it brighter. Here. Up. Yes, that works. Oop. This. I can also probably do this and this. Does it work at all? Hmm. Every time like the first time. Oh, that's too bright. A bit better. Like this. Good enough, I think so. Yeah, good enough. We'll keep it like that. And we can return to the scene. Okay, so somewhere around here.
According to Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Why not see if you can track him down using elemental sight? Look, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Ah, this the oh shit.
Stabilize.
Finally shooting something. Okay.
There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito?
It is.
He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. Let's try the beans Detective Sango gave us. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
Press left mouse button to crouch and make yourself less visible. What? Fuck, that's a bad angle. Stealth. Stealth. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, come here.
Beans!
Are you okay? What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this badly.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control. It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Need a moment. Woo, that's better. That sure took a lot out of me, though.
Okay, that's a nice character presentation.
Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that.
You can never be too careful when dealing with a fugitive.
Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here? Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
These faces. Not impressed.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Indeed. You are the one behind the robbery and the missing people, aren't you?
Yep, that's right. Me. All by myself. Nobody else.
Absolutely no other Blue Oni.
As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves.
Questionable reasoning? No, at least you're honest.
Hey,
Okay.
what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
No way, mister! We've accepted a commission to bring you back!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Gotta love the facial expressions. Show some backbone.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we...
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Ito a little more time, okay?
Huh? Who are they? Are they your friends?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good. You look like you're about to fall over.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh! It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
I had no idea you were so caring towards others.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? 'Cause I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
What should we do? There is the kid to consider.
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so it's time to try somewhere else. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
Skedaddle, okay.
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back.
I watched people playing when I was a kid.
Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's gotta be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over. Boy, are you too lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
But we're not the ones that will be playing. We're just here to keep an eye on you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time. And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. We have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Okay, let me see. Ah, there. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom Mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Okay. So we're just going back and forth.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Ah, just our luck. Well, hopefully that'll skip. Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here. Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Nope.
Oh, what the? Ah, no, not lavender melons. Ah, well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else.
I see one, I definitely see one.
This is the one, this is the one! See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Oni Kabuto.
It seems a bit different from the others. It's kinda small.
Yeah, it's on the smaller side, but size isn't everything in a beetle fight.
You tell yourself that. But you said earlier that size matters.
Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes.
Sure, but it doesn't seem to be very energetic either.
Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover?
Mm-hmm.
Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong opponent.
I was hoping we'd catch a large beetle.
Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni Kabuto was spawned to be a champion!
Wait a sec, where is Paimon?
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one! What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter! It matches everything you said about a good fighter, Beetle!
It does.
Bet the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Okay.
Oh, you got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure.
This'll finally be the one. You've never won before?
Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way.
So at least 800 losses.
So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's, coincidence.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's beetle or not then. Might as well just...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know?
Didn't you say that younger beetles are fearless?
I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo!
Yes,
Let's
this
go!
VI is great. Yay. From the beginning, from the... when you hit him with the beans, he started showing off his skills. Oh, forgot to loot this.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I brought a real winner back this time.
Don't worry. I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, Stripey Ghost!
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja.
Oh, okay. The boys one is bigger.
When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
That's right! Finish it!
Oh, no!
Fatality.
My little Ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again!
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Okay, so not 800 losses, okay. Seems like Ogoramio wasn't kidding.
Stripey Ghost is invincible! Even Uncle Ito can't beat him.
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear!
Okay, so what about Paimon's beetle?
Alright, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
Alright, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
That name caught on quick.
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
Alright, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
No, I can't believe it.
Boom.
I lost.
There it is.
Hey, we won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the best!
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost. I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
See? Paimon's got real talent! Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take some of the credit, too.
So we came here to catch a fugitive. And now we are happy because we can play kids games. A lot has happened in between. Why don't you let Daisuke keep Crimson Cyclone?
Oh, right. Yeah, over and all.
Hmm?
This is for you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me? You're really giving it to me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya? There's a good boy.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Does not suspect a thing.
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him away. And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not a bad guy.
Hey,
so what's the story
some
here?
things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? How should I explain? I'm a real lousy liar.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Thanks, Granny. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything. I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it.
Oh, now I remember. Yeah, they told us what he did. Yes, in the beginning. Yes, especially with the words hard. Doesn't matter. They told us what he did. Yes, I remember it now.
I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here.
And what's
Same
the
as
real
you.
problem?
I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Or maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue Oni.
Oh, we kinda know already.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've heard that one already.
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things a whole lot easier.
So, is the story from the fairy tale really true?
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth. The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to.
Sounds simple enough. So why did the Blue Oni chose to exile themselves?
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions.
What were they?
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second,
Okay, sounds
the Crimson
reasonable.
Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans.
Okay.
In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride.
I see.
After choosing exile, the number of blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't bring myself to accept it.
Because the Blue Oni also value their pride?
Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence.
So you're trying to buy more time?
That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him so he knows your story, right?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again.
You shouldn't have lied to us.
I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then I'm gonna fight you with all I've got. But if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time. Once I find the Blue Oni, I'll turn the both of us in.
I will help you.
Yep, Paimon too!
The real culprits must be brought to justice.
Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start. These two fine folks, they're just out here in the pursuit of truth and justice, man. We are gonna get along just great.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so be ready for anything. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
Don't worry about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp. I figure we can start by talking to him.
Victim of his... Uh-huh. Sangonomiya camp. Okay. Come on. Oh. Okay.
Yo, you must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh no, not another one!
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember? I need your help.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, here's what happened. I was just out transporting some goods when a group of Ronin suddenly attacked me. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way. But this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they took my things and they started...
Huh? That's totally uncalled for!
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for, and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was going to be the one to finish me off. But instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go.
So, was there friction within the group?
Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me. But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe. I never want to set foot outside of here again!
I really have questions about the lad's armor. Being a vertically walking creature, you would want to protect your belly. Yeah, he's too cool for that. I think so too, yes. That's kind of his shtick. He's just a caveman with a really big stick. Yeah, he doesn't need any armor.
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards.
And also, and rock abs, and also its style before function.
Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? What else could they have wanted with me? I mean, I can't say for sure, it's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's life. Or something like that.
Ugh, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active in the Tatarasuna area. You aren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it. They're too...
don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
Nazuchi Beach. Ooh, that's far away. Okay.
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
That's a rare one. That's a rare dialogue. Okay. Nice. Today is a good day.
They gotta pass through here sometime.
Not like Asmantis
Just hang
wine.
tight for a while.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's hang tight, okay?
If I'm not mistaken, they'll be showing up any time now.
It's a dialogue for rain stopping. I see. Uh-huh. Okay. I usually hear the dialogue for rain starting, not stopping.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better be prepared.
Suspicious people finally emerge.
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's go time. Let's get him.
Finally a fight. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Trial on it. I don't remember his abilities. I think this is...
Let's roll!
Uh-huh. Okay. What can I do here? Oh,
Looks like
only
you fellas
two
aren't going
of
down
them.
without a
Okay.
fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later. Attaboy!
I'll just swing his sword around. By the way, what is this sword? Weapons? Red. Let's see. And the artifacts. Noblesse. Is that even good on him at all? Yeah, the weapon is, but noblesse. Don't forget to charge attack. Okay, let's try. Ah, yes, yes. I forgot already what he does. I think we can press this burst and now we can charge it. Yes.
Let's roll!
Oh yes, the mask behind him. Right. Okay, I forgot already. So nice of them to
don't
wait.
even think about running.
Oh, the menu, the pause. Don't even think about running. Yes.
It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you? Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
Okay.
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you contribute to human society?
The pact was not to contribute to human society, but to live as you see fit. Noblesse is useless. I see. It's just a standard for such trials, okay.
You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Ha! You wouldn't know how if you tried. You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you.
I thought that was the deal. That's exactly what he's supposed to do.
But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society?
It's actually rare for a trial character to not have noblesse. I never paid attention. Okay.
We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride, we had nothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live.
So far it sounded to me like he can just paint his horns red and like swap the team on the menu.
I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
That doesn't actually solve the root problem.
Yeah, and besides, the blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
You make a good point. But Arataki Ito's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process. He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryo Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on.
Jesus, what a doomer.
Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
Breathe, meditate. It's going to be fine.
There they are. Seize them.
Oh no, it's the Tenryo Commission.
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Hey! Hey! He got away! Uh-oh, we need to get out of here too!
That uh-oh was just like from ICQ. That was the exact sound from ICQ. Ah, it's too late, they've got us surrounded.
We can't get caught here. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission, or they'll be after you too.
Battle formation! Soldiers, quick!
3 of them. Are you going to do something? Oh.
Attaboy! Ha! Can't catch me.
Oh, that one has no health at all. No health bar.
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Ito.
Let's roll!
Withdraw.
Oh no, he has a health bar. He's a boss. It's up top. Again.
It's showtime! This.
Okay.
Forget this.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryo Commission sent so many. But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here.
Why don't you let us explain the situation to them?
No, no way. All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do? The Tenryo Commission's about to arrest you!
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryo butt!
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without us? Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go! Hey, I told you to stay out of this one.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time. Go, do what you gotta do, boss.
All right then. Watch yourselves. Soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you. Come on, you two. Time to roll.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go around. Run for it, boss!
Just took out his gun, basically.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? They're all I've got for now.
Okay, where should we go? Follow the footprints and chase Takuya. These footprints. They go in the... Are these mine? No, no, no. No, these are static. Okay.
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? At least we know we're headed the right way. Let's see what else we can find ahead. A wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company.
Rain. Teamwork is strength.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around. Hidden entrance, yes! Alright, I think we just found their hideout. This is gonna be where they keep all the people they took.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there as well.
Before we go, I have a question.
Huh? Fire away.
Did you really understand where Takuya was coming from?
Of course I did. Come on, I'm not that dumb.
Sure.
But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are actually gonna work. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Alright, that's good to hear.
Huh? What were you two talking about? Are you keeping Paimon in the dark again?
Let's go.
So it's a domain. Okay.
Wow! This place is huge! Pretty fancy for a hideout.
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this. See no more!
Get the fairy.
Okay, since we got Ito for free, might as well use him. Oh yeah, that's a fancy hideout.
We can't go up if we can't reach them.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for. Bam!
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Feels like that. Why? Jump. Jump, just in case.
Can't catch me.
A chest. And let's go down. Ah, I see. Yeah, me smart.
Let's get my sword.
Lost all my energy because of that fall.
Huh? Time for a light show.
How's this? How's this? Going somewhere? Stabilize.
Adventure time.
Say no more. Very. My blade.
Wait a second. So he has a 5-star weapon, which is his signature. Defense is increased. Aha. And attack damage is increased from his defense. What are the stats? Defense. Crit rate, crit damage. He does really a lot of damage from his white attacks. Like, that's more than my Ymir. Okay, what is this? This city isn't geared well. Deft low. Well, I should have pulled for him, for sure. Is this a shortcut or is this a chest? Shortcut. Okay. Oh, wait. I'll be going now. Have a good night, dude. And Michael Chatter, you too. Yeah, have a good night. By the way, you're probably gone. Yes, okay. Wanted to ask you, how many lessons do you have tomorrow? His signature, he really hits like a truck. It is a lot of damage. 5 lessons. So it's like almost the whole day. I think 6 is maximum for you, right? Well, it's Saturdays. A lot of people have time for lessons. Well, take care. And be strong. Oh, traps, I see. Dodged all of them. I think so.
Look at all the people locked up here.
Where?
He must be holding on to them
Oh,
for
really?
leverage. All right, let's get him out of here. This is order.
Rain cutter. Ha! Everybody stand! Fire hazard!
It really hits like a truck, like really. And if you say that it's not exactly well geared, Ito. Yeah, with noblesse.
Go now. Quick, get to safety.
Yep, one of the longest. I have 6 lessons per day. No more yet. Yet is kind of scary. But I do want to busy up now. I mean, why? Take it easy if you're doing fine in terms of money. You will burn out for sure. It's just like 6 lessons and then you have to prepare some homework or check homework. I guess you don't check it, you just prepare it. I don't know. Show me his stats again after this cutscene. Oh. Alright, you're all free to go now. Quick, get to safety.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy? We're awfully worried about him.
I guess it's Daisuke.
Calm down, dear. We don't even know if he was taken here or not.
But...
Yes.
Oh, my little Daisuke!
Oh, you must be Daisuke's parents!
Yes, that's right! Have you seen him? Where is he? Is he alright?
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you where on the map. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you, thank you!
He's the one you should be thanking.
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. It's just who I am. It's what I do. Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respecting guy who saw another person in danger have done the exact same thing?
I spent all my budget on health and other stuff. Need to save more for future. Okay, well, you do what's best for you. Thank you for hanging out today. I will see you, I don't know, probably on your stream. You usually stream a lot earlier than I. So yeah, see you.
Really? Just one little compliment and it goes straight to his head.
Why did they seize so many people?
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything for money. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Well, would they really do anything drastic?
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head, has always shielded us so far. Oh, in fact, his horns look just like the ones this guy has.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. I don't understand what he was trying to do. Are you a friend of his? Or perhaps a relative?
Relative, I guess.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heartless crooks, but I'd say he comes across more like a confused child who made some poor choices.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hands. I'll help him see the light. Anyway, you should scram. It's still not safe here.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our entire family. We are indebted to you.
Can I? Yeah, I can show his stats.
A child that made some poor choices.
Let's listen for this.
Anyway, let's get going, while we still have time.
Mm-hmm. That's it? That's it. That's attributes. All of them, not just the artifacts. So low energy recharge, not a lot of crit. He is on attack sense. I should have pulled for him. I should have. Sense. What a sense. I don't. Unable to view. Okay, everything's good there. 2.53k def. I see. So if you go here, 2.53. And then his defense transfers into attack. I see. I see. No chests, except for the big one. He would be double dipping. Yes. Wait, we came from here. We fought this. What's on the sides? Yes. Hey. Game. Game. Thank you, game. The Sun Planet. Hello, hello, welcome.
Can't catch me.
Okay, that's done. Do you play Genshin Impact often? No, not at all. I stopped doing daily stuff. I don't have my battle pass done at all. I just log in for the events nowadays.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Witness the power. Teamwork is trick.
Would I play more if I could? No. No.
Say no more.
No, not anymore.
Time for a light show.
Oh, we have a guy in chat who can tell you everything about it.
Don't ya?
How new are you? What level are you?
So naive. This is my home turf.
Level 2. Then you have a lot of good story in front of you.
Long time ago, I picked up this
Ahead of
rare
you.
paper charm.
Like, just do the story, it's amazing. You won't regret it.
What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You better stay where you are and let me finish. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of the mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke. Yeah, the whole hideout is rigged with explosives and ready to blow.
What? You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though, you're gonna be buried deep among the rubble. You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye. My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's it. But when did you...
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing anything hasty.
Why, you... And now you're going to betray me?
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
Just give it here!
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Yeah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm.
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just calm down.
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself. Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now. Take everyone here and get out!
What?
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across? Huh?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! Just get out of here! This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone!
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
All right, then you tell me. What am I supposed to do? I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now. I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is between us blue Oni. But you... if it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly!
They're here! We won't let them slip away this time!
Uh-oh! There's nowhere else to run!
Hey, Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind everything. Arataki Ito is innocent. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Huh? It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale, sacrificing himself for the Crimson Oni!
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am! How are you ever gonna report back without capturing me?
Stop fooling around, Ito!
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni, and giving up your life isn't gonna make the— Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You wanna be the tough guy, huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride. The blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new beginning. We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over. But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff.
It still looks nice. I don't mind it at all. They created a lot of custom animations, so why not?
Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya!
Did he manage to tear it? Yes.
I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
The music.
Hey, I got this. Come on!
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve!
Ah, shut up, would ya?
I don't remember who Azarik is. I probably haven't met him.
What about Ito and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're alright.
This is Azarik. Can I... I probably cannot show it on the screen now. Yeah, I cannot. I don't have the scene set up. It's going to take a while. Okay, so just a beefy guy. Well, they won't change the appearance at this time. Let's wait a little longer. There they are.
Look! It's Ito and Takuya!
Yeah, so I was hoping this cutscene would be a bit shorter. The Sun Planet, if you're still here, if you're level 2, just play through the story. It's really worth it. There are not a lot of games that offer that kind of story.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
We didn't want to make things too easy for you.
Why? Why would you do this for me?
Even Alhaitham look beefier. Mm, but the skeleton and the art around it is not the same thing. So it might be the same skeleton, it's just that arms are wider, that's it.
I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need.
And I'm pretty sure Alhaitham is just another tall male skeleton. And yeah, I saw the joke. Yes, it is.
I just wish you'd come to find me sooner.
See if I can. I cannot find it. I'll try to find it after the stream. There was a really good image summarizing the difference. Otherwise, Ito is awesome. Yeah.
If you knew about me all along,
I really
you
should
should've
have
come
put
and
for
asked
him.
me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help, wouldn't that just undo everything the Blue Oni have done?
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was in vain. It's only because of them that we have survived to see today, and built a world where Oni and humans can live side by side. Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
That's just how I roll, man. You remember the pact, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru, well, he's colorblind. Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But
don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking. Takia, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest for forceful seizure of people and property. Please do not attempt to all stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
No, please don't! Without those goods...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belonged to us anyway. Don't worry, I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryo Commission officers.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Which were also attacking the Tenryo Commission.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what they get for resisting the Tenryo Commission.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation?
Sure.
Thanks. And thanks for sticking with me to the end. Once I'm out of the slammer, I'll find a way to make
Cookie
it all
got a
up
lot
to
of
ya.
work to do. Is she also in the gang? Because I had no idea.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too.
Yep, she is. Okay. I wonder how that happened.
But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case, we won't press charges this time.
Plot armor.
Sorry for the trouble.
Hey, wait! Unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal or something?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Because I was gonna say, you know, like, I'm kind of a big deal myself, you know?
And she's the one that gets the rest of the gang out of prison all the time. Okay, makes sense with her character.
Yeah, alright, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Beatles. Maybe you'll do her hangout someday. I will, I probably will. Tell Granny Oni.
Pretty. Weird. But at least he's not a bad guy.
Okay. Here we go. Oosh.
The fireworks are gonna get soaked. Let's find shelter.
Which ones have I done? Other story quests? I've done Ganyu. Ganyu was worse. It was good, but worse than this. Kokomi was definitely worse than both of them. Who else have I done? Character archive. What was her name? Klee. Yeah, Klee's was fun, but I wouldn't rate it very high. And I think I've done some story quests for Jin.
Wait. Huh?
I don't remember them. Maybe I haven't done any.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Ito.
So far, this was the best story quest. This has been the best.
So, did they take Uncle Ito away? Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance to see him again. He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us, and he's awesome!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment. I can't wait for my next beetle fight with Uncle Ito.
You tridents, two of them. I remember them, yes. I am afraid to say they were not as good as this.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that Ito and his friends will be released as quickly as possible.
Ito really carries this story.
Yes,
And his voice
you
actor.
needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryo Commission will certainly exercise sound judgment.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. Things were looking quite dire, but now the future looks bright. Wonderful, wonderful. As for the blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny like myself can do, it's caring for others.
Do you need our help?
No, no. Go on ahead. I'm sure you have other adventures beckoning.
I have high hopes for Yaemiko.
Besides,
Like really
once
high
Ito
hopes.
is released, he'll be here to help me. Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes him adorable. Wouldn't you agree? He does whatever he puts his mind to. He's sincere, brave, and determined. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They started calling me Granny Oni.
Mika is good. I hope so. I really hope so.
But I've never been ashamed of this
She's a
name.
really interesting
On the
character.
contrary, I'm quite proud of it. Because Ito is my pride and joy.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the blue Oni back home. The crimson Oni didn't know where to find the blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Al, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Al. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Hey, Traveler! Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Paimon took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some kind of light coming from
Okay, that's a different quest. Yeah, that's better than everything else I've done so far. And it's better by a lot. Okay, I'm going to park myself here. And that's going to be it. Tomorrow I'll continue doing the quests.
So you...
Aha, I guess this is what Paimon started talking about. The unexpected guest. Chasm Mines. Aha, and that's probably about Ilan. Yeah, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to spend a lot of time in Genshin tomorrow. That's it. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Sun Planet for joining in for a bit. And that's it. Yeah, like almost 100% I'll be on tomorrow streaming Genshin. So that's it. See you. Bye.